Need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Are you looking for today's very best tasting juices and smoothies? Then look no further than coldpressgwinnett.org. Our premium juices are never diluted and never pasteurized. They are always 100% delicious and 100% organic. That's coldpressgwinnett.org. It's time to give your body what it craves to stay fit and healthy. Give us a call at 678-696-1011 to place your orders today, or visit us online at coldpressgwinnett.org. That's coldpressgwinnett.org. It's the very best tasting juice you'll ever have.
Hive is the all-new online eyewear boutique and is your new spot for hand-picked, fashion framed glasses. Styles for men and women for winter, summer, spring, and fall. Everything you need to protect your eyes and look good doing it. Check us out online at hive-life.com. That's HYVE-life.com. And on Insta at Hive_Hive, helping your vision evolve. Trendy, classic fashion frames.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig? Tomorrow, let's talk about January 6th. My little brother talking about what happened on January 6th. Blocked his ass. He's in Facebook jail on my page. Yep. Ask me that dumb question.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
The opinions and views expressed by this program are those of the program host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of Power 108.9 and its officials. We hope you enjoy.
Yeah. The Unbroken experience with Cindy P. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before.
Cheers, cheers. We are here and I am back from a 2-week vacation. Yes, we're going to get into that vacation a little bit later, but I'm so excited to be back. And you all know that I have, of course, per usual, a great show lined up for you tonight. Tonight's topic is Goodbye Blue. We're talking about the mental health of our relationships, the mental health individually and how that shows up in our relationships, And of course, you all know G Cool is also back. I need to catch up with him because he celebrated a birthday and he was all out the country, I think in Dominican Republic. So I need to catch up to see if he done slipped back or, you know, he was elevated, you know, still himself, but we're going to catch up with all of that. I have a few birthday shout outs, happy birthday to my daddy. His birthday was June 17th. Of course, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You guys are amazing and you are necessary. Shout out to my sister, my older sister, my biological sister. Her birthday is actually today. Happy birthday, Tanya. I love you. My girlfriend, one of my college roommates, Kia's, her birthday's next Wednesday. My son's best friend's birthday, Bashar. Happy birthday, Bashar, next Wednesday as well. Those are my birthday shout outs. You all know I have that 7:30 crazy lined up for you at the 7:30 hour and that What Would Sin Say at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. I'm back, y'all, and I'm ready to get into this conversation. Let's take a break. When we come back, it's time for Sin's Quarter. Me and G Cool are going to talk a little bit, just what we've been doing on our vacation. And then, of course, we'll get right into the conversation after that. So make sure you stay tuned in and share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. And we'll be right back.
Tired of all that baloney they force feed you on social media?
Yes.
Then get connected to Power 108.9, a station for the people.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the number one favorite station at ATL, Power 108.9.
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Is there such thing as a work husband or a work wife?
They say, you know, you my work husband. No, the hell I ain't. No chicken nuggets, none of that. I cannot be relied on at work for your ass.
I wish a woman would come to me, be like, that's my work husband. I'm like, bitch, no, he's not.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Malik McFadden, and did you know that you can listen to Power 108.9 24/7? Just visit the website, power1089.com, or simply say, Alexa, play Power 108.9. Yeah.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. I'm back from vacation. I'm excited to be back. I'm happy to be back, well rested. It is time for Sin's Corner, and I'm going to bring in your favorite co-host, Mr. G Cool. Say hey to the people.
Hey. Summertime is here, baby.
Oh, man. Officially, what was that, yesterday?
The 21st.
2 days ago.
Yep.
2 days ago.
Yes.
But it's been feeling like this heat is no joke.
Down here in the South is real different.
Baby. Okay.
Microwave. It ain't even coming from the top. It's coming from the bottom, the side,
exactly.
diagonal. It's different.
Jesus.
Ugh.
What's been going on, man?
I mean, Gemini season just ended, so I'm okay now.
You know, you done gone through. Tell me about the vacation.
I can't tell you nothing.
Because you didn't post nothing.
I don't
Well, you
post.
never post, first of all.
I'm on vacation. Fuck that phone.
I know that, but at least last year you reposted stuff that people tagged you in.
I did. You was on vacation.
I was.
So
That's right, because now the first week I still was on social media, but then the second week I said, Sin, take a break.
Yeah.
It felt good though.
You need it.
And I'm not, some people take breaks because they follow a whole lot of toxic information. I don't do that. To me, it was because posting is a part of my profession. Not posting is not my profession, but you're just a part of my business.
Right.
You know, it was great to take a break from just feeling like I got to post.
Damn that phone. They was like, we was on vacation. They was like, gee, your phone. I was like, yeah, all right. And I just kept walking.
They should know you.
Why are you
by
asking
now.
me about my phone? It's got no
you hardly
battery.
have your phone on a regular day.
My convenience. And I'm on vacation. It's about me.
Yes, but did you enjoy it though?
Oh, what?
Now you went to DR, right?
Yes.
What part?
Sosua and Playa Plata.
Okay, all right.
I don't even know where I was at. I was just in another country.
You was just there.
Gone.
I love it though. But did you enjoy your birthday?
Yes.
Okay, so with this birthday, I like to do reflections, even if it's just something small. You know, it doesn't have to be anything grand every year. But like, how did you feel this year? Did you come to any, reflections, any revelations, or did you just want to enjoy yourself, or what?
I'll be honest with you. This is the first time. This is when the healing stuff, it's perfect timing. I went on vacation and I thought about the kids.
Okay.
And usually I know, like, once I'm gone, I'm gone.
You're just gone.
And I've said it on the show. Yeah. It was the first time I've been gone. I'm like, I wonder what they're doing.
Wow.
Never, be on that. So
did you notice that while you were there, or did you notice?
Yeah, I had a moment. I was just like, I wonder what they're doing.
Wow. What did that make you think? Or you may not have thought about it in depth at the time, but just,
No, I really did. So when it happened, I was like, oh shit, I got old. Yeah. Or I grew up.
Yeah.
Or am I just drunk as hell or high as hell at the moment? Like,
could have been all of it.
Yeah, like this is what emotional people go through when they get drunk and high. Like some people get emotional and drunk. I'm like, am I having that moment?
Right.
And who can see me?
Right.
Like it was just.
When you said who can see you, what do you mean by that?
Like, am I in my feelings and don't know it? Because I ain't saying nothing, but I'm by myself.
Right.
Am I looking like I'm over here in deep thought? Let me get my shit
Have you
together.
thought of that before?
No.
Like,
that's the first time. That's what I'm saying. The birthday was like the reflection of, okay, now you can, it's okay. Like it was just a natural. It wasn't a conversation brought up. I was just standing there drunk as hell or high as hell.
Right.
That came across.
Right. I love that. So when this is the first time I've taken a 2-week vacation actually where I did not do any work.
That's amazing.
I did no work. I worked my ass off leading up to that so I could feel comfortable.
I do remember that.
Yes. I was about this close to some bipolar kicking it, like, because I was doing a whole lot because I knew I wanted to take this break and not do any work and really unplug. And even though I was still on social media the first week of vacation, I was just pretty much posting us just hanging out and stuff. I didn't post any business stuff, any work stuff. But this was, first of all, my very first time taking a 2-week vacation, first of all.
14 days. Yes. He was gone.
I was gone. I was up out of here.
And look, I wasn't even gonna reach out. You all right? Once I saw a post, she good. Bye.
Yes. So that week that I didn't do any posting, and I tried my best not to like look at some of my friends' stories too, because I could open up the app easy. Right. Like it's one thing to not post, it's another thing to go look, see what everybody else doing. so a couple of my girlfriends I went on and looked, but then I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not gonna look. So of course, with me not being on social media, my text message like, everything, you having a good time? Like, I'm good. Like, I'm just with my family at this point.
It's needed.
Yes,
it's weird. So that's the thing. Like, I'm not worried about the outside world right now.
Yes,
I'm just with my family.
Yes.
What?
Yes. This was also the first time where I felt like I usually work on vacation. Oh. Now I don't work the whole time. I'll usually get up in the morning, knock out some emails, knock out some stuff, check to see what's going on, and then I'll carry on about my day. I didn't do any of that.
That's the bomb. You just slept in or did whatever.
Facts.
Mimosas in bed?
Mimosas in the morning. Mojitos all day, rum punches all day.
Oh, it was a party.
It was just the best.
Yeah.
It was the best. But during that, I usually have some time of reflection, not throughout the year. But with me actually unplugging, I posted about this week, the nature versus purpose.
Okay.
And there was a reason behind that, because my nature has been like peeking out like, is it my turn? Is it my turn?
I'm up.
Yeah. And so my nature is I'm a free spirit. I don't really like boundaries. I still don't like nobody telling me what to do, period. Like that's going to carry whichever, whether it's nature or purpose.
Don't micromanage this life.
Right. I'm not emotional. I'm not an emotional person, but I am sensitive. Mm-hmm. I'm sensitive. I'm an empath. Can lack patience. All of those things, right? But my purpose calls for almost the opposite, right?
Yeah, you got to be strong and all the way up.
Okay. I have to be present. I have to think about other people and their thoughts, and so therefore how I deliver what I need to say. Just all of those kinds of things. And with the nature trying to arise, I found myself like the sensitive, I was like hypersensitive. I hear music. I feel myself getting teary-eyed, and not necessarily because of the words, but just allowing the music to move me, and the water. I would go eat by myself right by the water when we were in Mexico.
It's a real escape.
And I remember feeling like, is it even worth it?
Yeah, that whole moment.
Yes, it was like me, because I rarely, I might have it within myself, but like where I shared it with my husband, things like this, like, is it even worth it, all of this that I'm doing? I just want to disappear and just go be a bartender somewhere on the beach and just call it a day.
They just know, hey, Sydney!
Yes.
Cheers!
Yeah. And then I think both are important. To honor your nature is important, but to honor your purpose is important.
Yes.
As well. What you think?
I love that. I mean, because I will say, I had some revelations.
Yeah.
And just to the point that you just said, like just having that moment of, is it even worth it? Yes. But now that intellectual side of me has evolved, and I've been like dark and gone and away for 6 years, and it's just like, all right, buddy.
Yeah.
It's time to get some mental stimulation going. Like let's use your intellect, which I know is a problem, because a lot of times people don't like to know that you know more. Yes. That hurts them. Yes. Which is weird to me.
Yes.
I'm always learning. So
yeah.
I was reading Stephen Hawkins 2 nights ago, just what he had going on and how much of what he said is coming to light now. And when I speak on it again, and people give me their response, I'm like, oh, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so that moment let me know, like, yep, it's time to come out.
So I love that you bring that up, because that's you've always been an intellect.
Right. But I just hit it.
Yes. And so that requires a different level of mental strength and backbone.
Yes.
And that can be tough.
You just went over why.
Yeah.
You just I just watched you take a 2-week break. Wow.
Yeah. But really, when you get to that point where you start requiring people to recognize all of you, they don't like that sometimes.
They don't.
Even the ones who have supported you the most, and even they love you. But now they have to accept another side, that one, they have to recognize that they've been around you all this time and they didn't require you to bring that forth on their own. When someone loves you, like it was from the beginning with me and you.
Yeah.
It was.
You was on my ass out the gate.
All that's cool. But I see you. And I want everyone else to see it and experience it as well. I knew who you were from the jump.
That's why you're the doctor.
I'm just saying.
What is she doing?
But,
stop it.
But I feel like you have people around you that love you as well, and they never required you to be either your best or to show. Like no. I want to put you in position for people to see this, or I want you do this so that people can see the other side of you.
But I just didn't know. Like you could see, that's a talent. There's only a few people that I know could see. Okay. But you could see it, and it's like, no, but they can't see it. So it's good. Like this is a great place to hide in plain sight.
Yeah.
I get what I need out of it. I get to relax. I get to, like you said, just let down, because.
But how
that fast
does
brain is
someone
something
be
else
around you so much
because they don't listen.
Don't see it exactly?
They don't listen.
And then you got to get to why though.
Yeah.
Why aren't they paying attention? Why aren't they listening? Or why are they disregarding it?
And that's why you're the doctor. I just know they're not paying attention. I'm gonna leave them alone.
Yeah.
I do know why, but at the same time,
I know what you mean. Like
it's like, no, this is good for me. I'm genuine. I just know where I am on this journey, on this spectrum of where we are in this different relationships that I'm involved in.
Yeah.
And even with like you said, the close ones with my kids, mom and my ex-wife, and guys I grew up with. Certain guys know. They're like, "What time you just started?" I'm like,
yes.
But it requires, you said it requires so much more of you.
And it can be exhausting because it attracts some of the things our nature doesn't like.
Yeah.
Right? So leeches, judgmental people, hypocrites, just all of it, that someone like me who's I'm not sensitive where I cry. I'm sensitive where I'll detach.
Or unnecessary competition. So for me, it's like, I just want to chill. I don't want to continue to check you.
Yes.
Or continue to show you why I know much. You know what I mean? Because I know you're not working on it. You just made it clear that you're not thinking about the things I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Right before vacation, some news came to me. It wasn't anything major, but it was still disappointing. And so that's a part of like when you detach and you're just like, this is stupid, you know,
Very.
You know, like, especially with my purpose, it is about bringing forth other people's purpose or their awareness of themselves and So it takes away from me even really paying attention to myself, right? And my own needs or my own feelings and things like that. And then it'd be when you hear something like that from someone that's like, well, you should know this, like, or this shouldn't be an issue. It's like, but is all this worth it?
Is it worth it?
Is it all that I'm doing worth me looking out for you? And that's really, for me, that's because that's my purpose in
You're
life.
such a nurturer.
You know? Jesus.
You're such a you be nurturing. We be eating and drinking, and you'll just start nurturing somebody. And I'll be like, stop. Let somebody
Do not
stop
say facts in the background.
Thank you. Like, stop. Like,
You know, it does give me life because I genuinely want people. I want the best out of people. I genuinely want people to recognize their own best. That's the biggest thing. I genuinely want people to recognize and just, if you a man, grab your balls, you know, and just be like, you know who I am. And if you're a female, the same thing, you know who I am.
I'm finna fuss at you.
What I do?
Because you need the vacation, right? So
Yes.
before the vacation, you started micromanaging everybody's life. I said it.
Did I? Where? What
You
was
was
I
all
doing?
you was all the way gone. Like you just said it. I was at a point where I was almost bipolar.
Yeah.
You was micromanaging multiple lives.
I was
randomly.
I was not personal. It was all business. It was all business.
Right, but you had gotten to the point where it was just what you exuded.
I was so.
But it was like, you know, you can look at both sides, right?
Yeah.
Like it was so much so that
I was carrying the weight of other people's purpose.
a lot.
Literally carrying the weight.
So much that it was like a beacon, like beaming heat on me, like, bring your ass over here. I'm like, I don't want to stay outside and play.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in.
Yeah. But I do recognize, like, let's say for instance, I didn't have a vacation scheduled. One thing about me, I do recognize when that comes about. And if I didn't have a vacation booked, it would have been booked.
Yeah.
Period. Now that's one thing that I do appreciate from my husband. When I say the mental ain't right, I'm gonna go check in a hotel for a couple days. He already know. Please, do you need help? You know, do you need help finding one? You know, and not because I've worn him out necessarily, but he knows that, one, I'm aware of myself, and then two, that I just can't be carrying the weight of. So, you know, we all have our areas where we still need to grow, no matter how, you know. I have no problem, and I do understand there's a level of carrying of weight that I need to, but then there's some that's like, nah.
I ain't doing it.
Nah, you know. And for the most part, as long as I take my regular breaks, I'm able to manage that pretty well. Like, time to, nope, let them do that on their own. Nope. Yeah. Even my kids, like, nope, that's something that you need to do. Something, right. You know, and I won't do it for them. But when I'm, and it's really because I had something big coming up and I just really had to just push through because I had to deliver. It was, you know, a part of my job, you know. But in the midst of that, it was like, boy.
And life was still going on. And you were just, like you had a little laser gun. Like, I'm going to take care of this. That too. All while using your other hand to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah. But you know, what they say, you know, who checks on your strong friends? You know?
Right.
And in my profession, who checks on the professionals? You know? Right. You know, but at the same time, I have people in my life that check on me, but I don't let them check on me.
Right. They checking on you, but they can check on you in a way that they don't even know they did enough.
Yeah.
Because they go too far.
Yeah. Okay.
They go too far.
That's a story for another day.
That's a whole different thing.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny. So I want to, before we go on break and come back for 7:30 Crazy, and this kind of aligns with our topic for tonight with mental health and things like that. you and Jason at the Loft have something coming up, and I want you to share what that is and how important that is to you guys to bring this event on.
Absolutely. So this Tuesday night, June 28th, we're actually doing a men's health event with the Barbarian Burn, and we're going to do a fitness class, and then after the fitness class, we're going to do a men's powwow. Men only. So the good thing about my class is it pushes you to a level that you just aren't thinking about.
Yeah.
And if you want to, like we say, bitch and moan, get out.
Yeah.
We're here for this.
Yeah.
You don't have time to hold the phone and video. You don't have time to think about what somebody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's only about getting through this right now and how hard will you push yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to give you the weight.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you a water break.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you time to think for yourself. None of that. So after that class where testosterone is that high, right after it, we go into a men's powwow to where now you don't even realize. Some men know what happens when you're that high, but it's going to be an in-depth conversation led
I love it.
by Scott. I think his name's Scott Gordon. I'm sorry, I had something to drink, Scott. But he's going to mediate what we're doing.
And what's his profession?
He is a counselor too.
Okay.
He is a counselor psychologist, and it's just perfect. And it's a male. So that's why I want to introduce you before the class starts, right before I go into crazy mode. That,
Sure.
hey, I have that.
Yeah.
I got that going on, and I'm very honest. And it's hardcore. And as strong as I am, it works.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's brilliant to have the class prior to, because like you said, that energy is high, those endorphins are going, and they're going to be more vulnerable than they probably would if they just walked right on into it.
Because their guard is up.
Yes, but they are just. It's going to be. I think it's going to be wonderful. I hope you guys are going to be filming it. If not, not filming it. Just have clips of it, so that I think that's something that you all should probably do regularly. I always talk about that safe space for men to speak. And one thing that I can say that men say about me is that I give that safe space. I don't take sides just because I'm a woman. It's about the truth to me, for me, and it's about everybody having a safe space.
Yeah, it's going to be something that's is actually bigger. It's much bigger. It's already, the numbers are out of control right now. I might have to cut it off.
Sure.
I might have to cut it off just because
just go
I still need to have the class.
Go on and let them come.
Yeah. Now, what they don't realize, some people have never been to the burn, so they don't understand that
what they're even walking
the 7
into.
o'clock part is what's going to let you get in 8. If you don't do the 7 o'clock, what are you coming for?
Yeah, that if you're watching and you're planning on coming, that 7 o'clock is essential.
And I start on time. There's no such thing as CP time with me.
One thing that you do is you start on time.
Yeah, and every minute that
and you will call people out when they walk in.
I don't play that shit. This is the burn. Like, the burn is the worst. It's actually I try to be the worst fitness class in the city, round the southeast, as a matter of fact.
But I can say, because I've been to the class, it is one of the most amazing class. I'm not just saying this because it's G cool, y'all. Y'all know I don't do that. I don't gas at all.
No, you don't.
That's one thing I don't do. It is one of the most amazing classes. It is one of those things where I went in like, okay, I can't do this now, but I know later if I can get through this part, then I'm growing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And it is not just physical strength, it is mental strength.
Multiple people have cried. Multiple people cried because
I believe that
endorphin release is so high.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that you don't have time to do nothing but think about yourself, and you get deep in thought, and you start realizing, I'm broken, or I needed this.
Yes, and it's something that you can be proud of, because whether you had to take a break or whatever, you made it through.
Yep.
I love it. All right, y'all. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for 7:30 Crazy. And then after that, y'all, I'm very excited to just go in and get into our mental health conversation, how that shows up in relationships.
Ooh.
I want to know, y'all. Because, honey, my clients over the years, boy, y'all be struggling. And I've been there, so no judgment here. But anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for 7:30 Crazy. Make sure you stay tuned in and share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media.
How can I find you?
Instagram
At Power 108.9
and Facebook
at Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Looking for t-shirts and hoodies for the entire family? Check us out at loveus.us, an apparel brand dedicated to celebrating the authentic love of all people. Come shop with us at www.loveus.us. Enter code CindyB to get 10% off your purchase.
Are you tired of looking at your old floors? Floor Coverings International is the #1 flooring company in North America and provides expert floor covering advice to customers in the comfort of their own homes. Let them bring their mobile showroom to your home with over 3,000 samples. See the colors and textures of various flooring options in the lighting of your own home. With Floor Coverings International, service is impeccable and provides a seamless experience for their customers. Work with one team that provides a hassle-free installation, with ongoing communication throughout your project to make sure you are informed every step of the way. Each Floor Coverings International business is independently owned and operated, and is proud to be business owners serving their local communities. Visit floorcoveringsinternational.com and schedule a free consultation today. That's floorcoveringsinternational.com. Or simply call 678-993-0808. Floor Coverings International, the flooring store at your door.
And here we go.
Call me crazy one more time.
Laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?"
Boy, you so crazy.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
You ain't seen no sign of him being crazy, deranged.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. It is time for that 7:30 crazy, where I read a little article or something like that, and we decide whether we think it's 7:30 crazy or not. You ready, G?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, so this was, I just pulled a little snippet out of this long article. She says, "It gives me peace to spy on my husband." She said it gives her peace, honey, to spy on my husband because he has been unfaithful more than once and I don't trust him. So when I'm spying on him, I relax and start living my life again, to the point when I only check on him from time to time without obsession because I know he's not doing anything wrong. Is she 7:30 crazy that it gives her peace and it gives her life?
She's crazy as hell. She's absolutely crazy as hell, and I hope she heard what I said. Did I say it again? She's crazy as hell.
Believe you.
You get satisfaction and peace.
She said peace, and she said I start living my life.
So it takes somebody else to help you live your life.
Baby, let me tell you something.
You're trapped in your own fucking mind.
You are 7:30 crazy because you should not be in a relationship that you got to spy in order for you to have peace and live your best life. Okay?
Period. Like, it's nothing you can do. If somebody's going to cheat, there's nothing you can do.
That's literally it. If he wants to cheat and he decides he's not going to text, I personally know to be honest with you, there is someone that I knew at one point in time that, not cheating on me, but cheating in their marriage. And they just knew that their guy wasn't technology kind of savvy in terms of other apps. And so they just downloaded another app, and that's where they were texting their person.
Like, you can't do nothing. That's the whole point of trust. I trust that you are who you said you are.
You are who you said you are.
Like, be that.
Right. So, in my opinion, she's the 730
Oh,
crazy
she's gone.
one. And
But she got a man though. In her mind, I got a man though. It's just the work. This is the work that it takes.
This is not living, ma'am. This is not living, and this is not peace.
So you don't have a complete day until you know that he's actually at work or he's actually
like, this is
wasting.
a part of her, like brushing your teeth. Oh, okay, let me see what's happening around here. And then do you have to sneak too? Do you have to wait till he's in a certain spot?
Like, men know if their woman is an inspector. We know if you're an inspector.
I like that you said that. Do y'all know? Do y'all know?
Yeah, guess what we'll do? We will fuck with you. Men will fuck. Listen. I'm, you know me. I'm so hardcore. I just keep it straightforward. Like, there's no need to lie.
Yeah.
Where was you last night? I mean, how many details do you want?
Like,
that's me, right? But then I got home, was like, gee, I can't say that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, she got this thing on the car or whatever. She think I don't know. Right. Oh. They track the cars, they track the phone, they do all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. They really think they men don't know that you're that person. I sleep beside you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so
it's
you
more
know the whole energy, basically.
It's more safety for me to know that I can close my eyes and take my shoes off beside you than me worried about you seeing if I'm cheating. Because I know if you're going somewhere. I know if you're really about that life. I know that. You know what I mean? Like, listen, guys. I'm saying the truth. I'm gonna just tell them, like, we know. They think we stupid as hell, especially now because men were so stupid before. We got the same technology access you do.
Yeah.
And now it's not like your sport that you played or you was cool in high school. You know, like just in your city. No, we got access to everything. So the dweebs and the geeks, they just give us everything. They give us all the game. Here, man. Let me see your phone. You being tracked. You doing this. You doing that. Oh, am I? Cool.
Oh, man.
Oh, she lying about this. She says she doing this, but she really doing that.
Now, if I think about if I would ever get to a point, where I feel like I needed to have an investigator or do some kind of tracking, I already know.
Right.
I'm not about to do this long term.
I'm not
doing this long term. If I get to that point, I've never been to that point. But to me, if I have an inkling in my spidey senses, I'm done. Yeah. Like, I don't need to go through text messages and emails and nothing like that. That was before the honey bun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, before it was, if I just have a feeling, I don't even want to do it. You know, but that don't apply to him. I'm gonna be all investigator, Inspector Gadget
look
on
at
his
you.
ass.
See,
Mm-hmm.
see,
not the text, not that kind of stuff. Not the Now he knows I will do what I call quality control. I will I will check in every now and then to see who texting you. Okay, trying to do a little feeler or something like that. But
right, thank you. Yes.
Oh, me and my
but
girlfriends.
you live in Atlanta too, though. So I mean,
but me and my girlfriends were talking the other day, and we were talking about this kind of thing. You know, like checking in on your guy or girl, if you. But these are my girlfriends, so I'm checking in on our guy. And I was like, with anybody else, I was like, I've never done that. If I had a feeling just that something was off, I just don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it. Let's break up. You know, like, and if I have to drive myself crazy and I know you're going to lie, even if I present you with something, I don't want to do that. But I said, but with the husband, I said, he done paid his dues with me, right? So I said, if anything, I said, I'm protecting my investment. That's what I call it.
Yeah, just play the music on down.
I'm protecting my investment.
Anything to make it sound like you're not crazy as hell.
You can call it crazy. I do not give a damn.
I don't get it.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't be on the text message. I don't be on the emails. But he got the Life 360 on his phone. Yeah. But just like I be looking to see where he is.
You know,
looking to see where
she crazy. She got a whole lot of body movement, body action going on, neck leaning, hair flip, trying to justify her crazy. Miss Lady, your ass crazy.
Hey, call it what it is. Protecting my investment, y'all. But anyway, she's 730 crazy. If that gives you peace and gives you life, that ain't it, y'all. Make sure you stay tuned and share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media.
How can I find you?
Instagram.
At Power 108.9.
And Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Power 108.9. A station for the people.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
You can't even come over.
You got the blocker.
Yes.
Oh man, you gifted. I put that in my bed. My wife.
But see, my thing is this: with that type of bed, I've always wondered, does it help you leverage? You know what I'm saying, when you're handling business, right?
Well, we're over 50,
right,
so
the side
leverage.
It's spit, swipe, stick. Spit, swipe, stick. Spit, swipe, stick.
And dismount.
It's time for us to go to commercial.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Mental health awareness. Let's make our mental health a priority. This is Dr. S, and you're listening to Power 108.9.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. It is time to dive into our conversation topic for tonight. Goodbye, blue. We don't want any blues around here, at least in our we don't want it in general, but definitely not in our relationships. Tonight, we're talking about the mental health and its effect on our relationships. You ready for this, G?
I'm ready to go crazy.
But I want to ask you something. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
That I asked Michael one day, and he answered it. And then I asked him the same question again, and it was a different response.
Did you ask me the question already?
No.
Okay.
All right. The question is, how are you doing?
Wow. You know what? I'm actually like at peace for the first time, because I did divorce.
Yes.
And she just recently bought a house, and I was like,
how did you feel?
I feel great.
Okay.
That really made it peace for us.
Okay.
Like, I thought I was at peace, and then that was like, oh, there was another level of, man, I'm good now.
What made her buying a house bring you at peace?
That she's okay.
Okay.
That she's good. The boys are gonna be good. Like that was huge. That was huge. Like that, I didn't even realize it was that big of an impact for me. Like, I'm so excited for her. I'm like, hey, let me know. I'm extra helpful.
Yeah.
Glad that she's happy.
Yeah.
Of course she's got, move anxiety.
Yes, of course. Of course.
That kind of thing. But that was it. Like, that was like, oh, I didn't even know that was a burden. I didn't even know that it was something that I was still like under wraps thinking about.
So do you think about, is it because you think about the stability that your boys are getting, especially with you guys being divorced now? Like, what is the thought process?
It wasn't even just the boys. It was just her stability. Because she's still, like, we're tight,
Yes.
We just ended a relationship that wasn't serving each other. And because we're not like old school tight like we used to be. So it's like,
y'all still tight, honey, don't?
But the old school tight,
I
like you can physically see each other tight.
Yes.
Like, you just knew, like different.
Yes.
It wasn't always a phone call. I could see you somewhere. Like, we don't accidentally see each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like, oh, all right, you good.
Okay.
Then when I went to see it, I'm gonna tell you what I did, because he moved into a cul-de-sac. When I went to the house and I saw, I was like, yo, this shit dope. I'm walking the street like, come over this motherfucker the wrong way. I'm coming.
Right.
Like, you got to deal with my ass.
Right.
Kind of thing. Because my son's in here, she in there, the dog in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And then I went another time because I helped her move in.
Okay.
And then I went another time.
Okay.
And I was just eyes like, okay, who is that dude right there? Like, I seen the guys that look tough. I walked right through their shit.
Do you feel anything within yourself, even if it was just for a moment, like, I wish I was back with my family unit?
You know what I realized? I realized that I was broken.
Okay.
Like, I was never gonna be this. Like, she was never gonna be in this place where she mentally is right now. Had to break the habit. Like, I saw, okay, what she was saying, what she meant.
Okay.
By it. Like, we couldn't serve each other because I was old school. I was never gonna divorced. I said that before here.
Sure, yes.
I'm just gonna stick it out no matter what the hell happened.
Yeah.
I told her in the beginning, you had to leave me, or
Mhm.
even then, she was like, I didn't leave you. It's our decision to break up.
Sure.
So when I saw that, it was like, yeah, this is it. And then we end up having a conversation. I was like, neither one of us are those people anymore. We aren't those people we were when we split.
Mhm.
We're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Without each other right now. So
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, we happy, like it worked.
Yeah.
But it took that long to get there. It's 5 years.
It's 5 years, right? But I can say, let's see, we're going in almost 2 years with you being in the show. So it's about 1.5 years now, right?
Mhm.
Something like that. You were like night and day.
Absolutely. And I said that to somebody, I'm like, it's over.
You were like night and day. And when I told you the other day, you make me proud, I really mean that. And it's not about any accomplishments or anything like that. It's just from me knowing who you were when you first stepped foot here.
I was a rock star, baby. I was a rock star.
To where you are now, even the energy you give off, you're always going to be you.
Yeah.
Right. And we always want to keep the essence of who we are. But whatever it is that makes us just where I feel like you were shunning a part of you to where you embrace all of you is different than where like, I'm just, yes, the G Cool that everyone knows is a part of who you are, but so is this other part, and I feel like now you're embracing it all and just figuring out how it all meshes together.
Yeah, and I attribute that to you because I think it was I can't remember exactly what show it was. I had left the show. It was before my birthday last year.
Okay.
Before we went on the trip again, and you had said something. I went on the trip, had a ball. Came back. They had the conference, and then I just remember thinking, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. And then I went to just do the healing. I had to go and do the mental healing, and I just walked off. In October last year, I just walked off of the dumb shit. I remember thinking, do you really want to walk off this shit? Like, do you really want to leave it?
Yeah.
And then I just been working since.
I think you went through a period of struggle with both sides and whether you want to, I don't want to say walk off from, but elevate to the next level.
Yeah, because I was just comfortable.
Yeah.
I was very comfortable in being just lit. But it was when things that kept me happy or made me have true, genuine joy, I was numb.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was numb.
I remember you saying to me, when you mentioned numb before, you just, you would share with me your vulnerable moments. And I knew at that time, like that shell is just, it's just shedding, it's
Big
just
time.
shedding. Yeah. And
Big time.
if you could just continue to push through, you'd be on that other side,
Yeah, it helped. I went and worked on my relationship with my father.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
Talk about that a bit.
So I got a great, my imagination is ridiculous. And it wasn't until I got much older that I realized how in depth my imagination was in alignment with my ability to just pick up things very fast.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was a genius. She graduated school at 16. Her ability to see numbers and write stuff I picked up on. I just didn't know that I had it. And I went through the hardships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know how to do both. And I got both sides. I got the intellectual side. I can sit down in front of a classroom. I can teach. I can lead. I can do multiple things. But the pain is where I had to go deal with. And it went all the way back to my dad. To me, my dad was this superhero.
Yes.
And when he went through his things and things that he had to deal with, I didn't understand how to deal with it. So it was things I held on to, even though I thought I let him go.
Sure.
I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't until you had said something to me. Like I said, I can't remember the show, but it was like, there are things that you have to unpack that you don't even think about.
Yeah.
That are affecting you. And it was my relationship with my dad. Like, we have a strange relationship. Very strange, but loving. I mean, if I'm in trouble, I'm calling him.
Yeah.
Like, he get mad at me if I'm not amazing.
Yeah. Sure.
But he can't show it the way he wants to. But I know he's just mad that I'm not. Like, you didn't do nothing dope in the moment. Like, you know better. Like, it'd be that kind of. He won't say that, but
I understand. I know.
I know how he looks at me. I don't know he talks shit. It's just one of those things. And then now that I'm that relationship is smoothing out. It's just easier.
It's like a weight off, right?
Yeah, big time. But I didn't even know it was that.
Yeah.
Until I realized, oh, you got to fix this. And it was like the toughest thing to do.
You know, a lot of what shows up in our relationships is based on our childhood, either upbringing or some people's childhood trauma. It doesn't always have to be trauma, but how we took in our childhood. And if we don't address that, because sometimes, you know, especially in the Black community, you can have such love for a parent and suppress the things that really bothered you.
Yeah.
As them being your parent.
Right.
Because they're providing for you, they're doing all these great things, but what really hit your core and made such an impression on you as a child. Of course, we expect you to be a great parent. We expect all of that. But let's say, for instance, one little thing and you just whoop me to death, you know, and for some, it's just like, oh, that's just okay. I got a whooping for whatever. And then for someone like me, I took that in like, that's just childhood growth. Like I shouldn't have received that kind of whooping for that, you know? And I know for me, there were some whoopings that, you know, they're warranted, right? If you're in the whooping genre.
I was.
We were too. Yeah. Our generation was definitely in the whooping world, okay? But then there's some, it's like, I don't really understand why I got a whooping and then why I got a whooping to that magnitude.
Right.
I remember a whooping that I got. I hadn't gotten one in a while. And I think I was older. I was like 15. 15. And at that point in time, I was an honor student, high school. I was older.
Yeah.
I was an honor student. I can't remember if this was after I had double pneumonia or, you know, something along those lines, but I had all advanced classes and like 3 AP classes. So AP, you know, you get your credits for college or you can get above a 4.0, whatever. And I'm in like 9 clubs. I'm president of 3. I'm in the church and I work a little job at the milkshake shop. Okay. And so this particular, I've always been great in math. And this particular, I think I was coming off of double pneumonia. I'm almost positive. I can't quite remember because it's been ages. But I was coming off double pneumonia. Let's just say that's when it was. And I had a shitload of makeup work to do. Because I had an A in my math class, I think at that point in time, it was either advanced geometry or advanced trigonometry. I was like, I got an A. I got this quiz or whatever. I'm just going to make it happen. Whatever I get, I'm just going to get. And I'm going to focus on the areas that I need more work in. So I think I may have gotten a D or an F on that particular quiz, but it wouldn't affect my A.
Yeah.
My overall grade. So I'm like, whatever. So I remember my mom worked in my school.
Oh, wow.
At that, she's a high school teacher. She's retired now, but high school English and French teacher. And so every day I had to come and tell her like what my day was, what I did, and present her with grades. So this particular one, I just kept lying. I lied. I just was like, I knew I did not do. With math, you have to know the formula.
That's
period.
it. Or
if you don't know the formula, you're
can't guess
trash.
the answer.
Like you cannot guess.
You can't guess.
And so I knew I either got my grade back or I just knew it was trash. You know. So I just was like, I know it's not going to affect my overall grade. I'm going to move on. And so every day she would ask me, like, did you get your grade back? And I'd be like, no. And because I had gotten a grade much lower than what I normally get, my teacher came down after I done multiple lies about me knowing what my grade was. The teacher came down and asked my mom, was everything okay with me because she didn't perform like she normally does. Now, mind you, I done lied. And I had some kind of something going on, one of these clubs or whatever. And so someone was dropping me off at home. My mom, mommy, I love you. But when I get in the house, my mommy is posted at the top of the steps, sitting on the steps, mad. I don't know why she's mad. Because mind you, I think it's been a couple weeks now. So it's not even on my radar. I feel like I done got away with it and let's just move on.
Right.
So she asked me again and I lied again. And then she told me what the teacher said, and she knows my grades, and she whooped me all the way down the steps. That ain't funny.
I'm laughing. I grew up when you got your ass whooped. I grew up when you got your ass whooped because you know,
I'm 15 at this point, an honor student on top of that.
And you in your swag. And mama sitting at the top of the steps like, you got the right one today.
Okay, she
like,
she had
funny.
that whole position.
Like,
okay?
so what's going on with your grade again? You're like, what?
So I'm like, no, I don't know, but whatever. But you know, she whooped me all the way down the steps, and there was a room right at the bottom. She whooped me all the way in there, and when I tell you, she was so mad at me, like I had done something like really, really bad, whatever that is.
Because if you lying about a grade, you lying about boys.
Facts. I really feel like
at
her
15,
mind went all the way
she went all
to the max.
You lying about this? You got an A. Why you
what
lying?
What else you lying about?
Yeah,
you know?
you and you say you going to do this?
Yeah.
Your ass is fucking.
But then not.
That's where mama was at. Your ass fucking. I'm gonna beat your ass down the steps, into this room, up the wall, down the side. You got the right one, and then start all over again. And you talk about, I don't know what's going on. You know what's going on now.
But guess what? On top of that embarrassment, because my godfather, who I call uncle, was there, she made me sit at the table and eat dinner. And mind you, I done got whooped to another level. So, I'm all red, I'm puffy, and I'm trying to sit. And I remember it was Chinese food.
Oh, good luck. Now you got to do all night.
And so I took that for so long until we had a conversation. I told her how much it disappointed me and how much it hurt me, because at that point in time, I was intentionally being a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes you just happen to be a good kid, and sometimes you make bad decisions. At that point in time in my life, there was so much going on at home. Like, I was intentionally being the good kid.
Yeah.
I'm a middle child. I have the middle child syndrome for sure.
Oh.
I was that one. I feel like I was looked over, but between my younger sister, my older sister, they got all the attention. I'm trying to be the peacemaker. And I'm like, after all that I tried to do, I get this kind of beat down.
Oh yeah. It changed you.
And my point in bringing that all up is a lot of times me and my mommy, we have the best relationship. But it doesn't mean that you didn't have faults. And if I cannot come to you, like, I take pride in apologizing to my children when I make a mistake. But we didn't get that. We didn't get no damn. Did you ever get an apology?
No. My dad is omnipotent as fuck. If you could be, he could say, yo, the street's gray and it's clearly purple. Leave it alone. He ain't finna understand shit. He not gonna get it. And it took me a long time to get there. And you was lying and full of shit at one time in your life. So now I had to learn how to deal with it.
Right.
But now at this age, I finally get it.
Right.
Leave this motherfucker alone.
Yeah, do you feel like as a parent you understand why, even if you didn't like it, why?
I do now.
Oh, honey.
Because it saved me. Like, it's as crazy as it is, like, I'm from Atlanta, East Point, College Park, downtown, West End.
Yes.
Then I went to the East Side.
Yes.
So it's like, without that cold, greedy side that I have in the military and the post office and mental health crisis and special needs, I wouldn't have had it without it. So now it's the appreciation for it.
Well, honey, I appreciate my parents so much, and I understand why they whooped us. Because I don't whoop my children. Now, when they were younger, I pop. Yeah. And I'm very good. When I say you can't play on the Xbox or whatever, I will take it to the ground and forget that you haven't had it in like 3 weeks. You know, so like, I'm very good at following through with my discipline. When they were younger, I would pop so they know that it's a potential that I could. The way that they respond to me, if I make too much of a sudden move, you would think I beat them.
Yeah,
but I don't. But I understand.
They're scared. They're like,
right.
What would happen?
Right. But I understand why my parents whooped us. Because, these kids today, they have a rebuttal for everything. And I do believe in them having a voice, but you talk too much.
Yeah. Because the parents aren't ready for that level of intellectual return.
Yeah, I like.
Why are you doing that? Because I saw you do it 2 nights ago, and you was on fire. And now you didn't even know they was paying attention that you was doing this.
Oh, that's huge.
Like, the kids are paying attention. If your ass is always flaking, you don't think the kids paying attention? But then you messing with them about what they doing. No, you're a flaker.
Oh, that gave me
You're a flaker.
goosebumps.
You're a liar. You're doing this. You're doing that. don't remember shit. Like kids pay attention to all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like my kids, they
and
on
then
my
when you
ass.
allow them to have a voice,
They gonna let you know.
don't like that.
My dad did not like that. I was intelligent. He did not like that. He did not like that shit. I say something back, he'd be what the
okay.
Yeah, I do know.
I know.
He hated that
I know.
shit.
I remember, when I went on my healing journey before Isaiah was born, I talk about that all the time. And I started sharing with my parents the things that I knew. And I remember my mom saying, like, I did not know. I thought I was hiding this from you. I'm like, no, I knew. No, I was awake. No,
I know what's going on.
Yes. And then when you leave a child who still, even though they might be mature in some areas, they're still a child and have a child's thinking and may process it wrong. If you leave them to process it on their own, it can go all the way
left.
Yes, exactly.
You got to go through it to understand what happened. By that time, you know what's going to happen.
Bam. Okay. They haven't addressed it till they 33 years old. And now everything done piled on top of that, on top of childhood stuff. Whew, it's exhausting being a parent. Shout out to my mommy and daddy. Woo, I love y'all, honey. And all the parents out there, because it's a struggle out here.
Big time.
Okay, I tell my kids all the time, y'all my biggest stressors, but I love y'all so much. I'll do anything for you. However, y'all are my biggest stressors. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for that What Would Sensei? Make sure you stay tuned in and share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Are you tired of looking at your old floors? Floor Coverings International is the #1 flooring company in North America and provides expert floor covering advice to customers in the comfort of their own homes. Let them bring their mobile showroom to your home with over 3,000 samples. See the colors and textures of various flooring options in the lighting of your own home. With Floor Coverings International, service is impeccable and provides a seamless experience for their customers. Work with one team that provides a hassle-free installation with ongoing communication throughout your project to make sure you are informed every step of the way. Each Floor Coverings International business is independently owned and operated and is proud to be business owners serving their local communities. Visit floorcoveringsinternational.com and schedule a free consultation today. That's floorcoveringsinternational.com. Or simply call 678-993-0808. Floor Coverings International, the flooring store at your door.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from across the nation and around the world, your mentor, your coach, your sensei. Listen close. This is What Would Sin Say?
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. It is time for that What Would Sin Say, when we try our best to answer as swiftly as possible. The questions, comments, and such that you slide in my DMs or send to my email, etc. Michael, what you got for us?
All right, let's start with this one right here. Should I still allow my husband to take my kids to visit his mother despite her hating me and me being very uncomfortable with him taking them? I just don't think it's okay, nor does it make sense to me to have my kids around someone who hates their mother, regardless if they badmouth me or not. It just doesn't sit right with me. My husband is upset with me because I refuse to allow him to take them to visit his mom tonight. He says I'm being controlling, but I was just voicing my concerns and letting him know how uncomfortable it makes me feel, but he doesn't seem to care about my feelings. Thoughts?
It's not new that his mama don't fuck with you. It's not new. Like, why is it shocked that you acting like you don't know his mama don't fuck with you? That ain't got nothing to do with the kids. That's just like being in a relationship that y'all got kids together. And listen, these kids ain't got nothing to do with our relationship.
Right.
You spit them out. Cool. I'm still grandmama. Just like you still mama. When they ask why you and grandmama don't hang out, we don't see eye to eye. Don't be bringing that shit up.
I know right.
That's why he acting like he don't give a damn. Because he don't give a damn. It ain't new. Why you acting?
Well, first of all, it's irrelevant.
Right.
Just because his mama don't like you, and she probably got reason, because I don't like you either, because you sound a bit exhausted.
Yeah, like, hush.
Okay, you sound a bit exhausted talking about allow.
Right. These my kids. These my kids and my mama.
Are you kidding me? Ooh.
Everybody fed too. Take your hungry ass to sleep. Greedy
girl, bye. Girl, and sir, keep on letting your kids go hang with your mama, their grandmama. Girl. Ooh, she on my nerves today.
All right, here we go. All right, y'all ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right, for you guys, which comes first? Your kids or your spouse?
Ooh, G.
Man, this was tough. I'm gonna tell you what.
Okay.
There were times it was they had different times. So it was like at one point it was the kids. Like as babies, you know,
sure.
it was them. And then as they got older, it was their mama. Mm-hmm. So I can't answer that.
Yeah.
It just be different. It just depends on where we are in life.
I agree with that. To me, I have a healthy balance. My kids know mommy and daddy, we hanging.
Yeah.
And y'all will be all right.
Right.
You know, and
right.
there are times where I'm like, all right, babe, like, it's what we doing? Why Shorty? Because you call him that. He just texted on the message spouse. But there are times also where the children deserve time as well.
Right.
But at the end of the day, me. Okay,
yeah.
I need to be fed so that I can feed everybody else. How about that?
I agree with that.
Because you can give too much to everybody else, and you don't have nothing.
You
left
ain't nothing.
For
They
yourself.
just gonna keep pulling.
And they'll keep pulling. And not only that, when you don't feed yourself, you really ain't really present.
Yeah, I think I had shared something with you like that. Like when a man can't give you something, you get a survivor version of him.
Survivor. Yeah, it was a video that you sent me, and I thought that was completely true.
Was he talking to me?
Okay. Just have a healthy balance, y'all.
Yeah, I can't. That one 50-50 for me.
Well, here's another one for you. So a lot of you know my story where my husband was cheating on me, and I told the woman's husband about it. He had already suspected. I just confirmed it. And then he shot and killed her and himself 3 days later. What are your thoughts on the comment from her mother when she showed up at the house the day of the shooting? She went up to my husband and said, "This is your wife's fault."
Oh my gosh.
Mom was an OG. She come from a different era.
Yeah.
She come from a different era. Like
she don't understand you come.
Right? Why would you even say something?
Reveal that.
You just being messy. That's a thought process that a lot of people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, first of all of that is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a thought process.
Yeah.
Both sides. Like him executing the wife and executing himself is a thought process.
Jeez.
The consequences of him doing that is a thought process.
Mm-hmm.
His mom coming and saying something to her like, "You know this motherfucker crazy. Why would you even say something?"
I feel like there's a part where she felt like her home was being destroyed, and so let me destroy the other home as well. It might not have been a very present conscious thought process, but it's a subconscious as well. I feel for her in terms of the mother coming and just putting all the blame. However, you have to be careful, man. You have to be careful. That's like when people have those conversations. If you saw one of your friends, guys or girls, cheating out, would you say something?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's like one that you just got to think about whether you want to be in the middle of that.
I don't want to be in the middle of it.
I don't. I think if that were a scenario in my household, I would hardly confront the female, first of all, because she has no obligation to me
at all.
She has no loyalty to me. She has no alignment with me that she has broken. My problem lies with my husband, and so I'm gonna address my family matters with my family matters and let God take care of the rest on the outside, of that. But there's no reason for me to come to the woman unless she's just like, now she's violating, like she's like coming for me, then that's a different story.
Like she's showing up to daycare to pick the kids up, pretending to be me.
I will beat your ass.
Beat your ass. Okay. Like now you do somewhere else with it.
Right, but you really have to be careful, man, with matters of the heart, because people they may not be crazy any other day of their life, but you threaten the foundation of their household and it could be another story.
People are possessive.
You're right.
Like they treat other people as possession in the light that they see fit. But that's a whole different conversation.
That is a whole different conversation that we might have to have.
All right, here we go. Next question. Wait on my bed to drop. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay. That's the one.
Should relationships/marriages have expectations within them?
Yeah. If we I agree that I think that if we set out to do something, right, there are expectations of whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say we set out to have kids, and I say I want 2 boys and 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Then we start having kids, and it's all girls.
Boys. Right.
Like I expected to have 2 boys. Now I got 4 girls. You get what I'm saying? Or I expect to have 4 boys, and you know what I mean? Or 4 girls, and I had all boys.
Though.
What I'm saying is, it's a minor.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Or let's use career.
Okay.
I set out to help you go through school so that you can get your whatever you want to be in your career and do this.
And now you're not doing it.
Now you just stop like 3/4 the way.
Oh yeah.
So now we only got like a piece of what the whole goal was.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up for a piece.
Yeah.
I signed up for all of it.
Yeah. I definitely think expectations when it comes to relationships is key, period, as long as it is communicated and it's agreed upon.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to agreed upon expectations, at the end of the day, you won't know if they can deliver upon what they thought they could deliver upon until you cross that bridge. So really the only expectation that I have when it comes to an intimate relationship, not parenting or anything like that, or friendships, you can communicate that and move on. But when it comes to, you got long-term marriages and life partners and things like that, is if we agree upon something and you don't do it, you have to receive what's on the other end of that.
Yeah, you breach a contract.
Yes. So you either have to receive me frustrated with you. You either have to receive me saying, all right, we got to have this tough conversation. That doesn't mean I have to like give you hell every day. Like you don't have to accept that. But those tough conversations. Like, don't be mad at me for bringing to you the tough conversations because you didn't deliver upon what you said that you were going to do, or the expectations that we said that we were going to do together, right?
That's a real thing.
And I think that is missing in a lot of relationships, because you can get on the defense when someone brings to you the truth of what you made, whether it was the impression that you gave or the verbal agreement that you made, that I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this for you. And then you didn't ask in the middle for any more patience. Sometimes it's just like, I know I haven't gotten there, but here I am. This is what I'm doing. I'm working towards it. Just have more patience with me.
And sometimes people don't have the patience.
And you got to be honest with it. But if you didn't deliver upon it, you got to like not be mad at them. That doesn't mean that you have to stay in it.
Yeah.
Like, you might be like, no, I need somebody patient with me, right? And that's okay too. But you cannot be mad at them or talk bad about them because they weren't patient with you and they didn't want to stick it through with you because you didn't deliver upon what you said you were going to do.
That's huge.
Now, that is not me saying that just leave your relationship from the hint of, or just the sight of just challenges or things like that. However, if that person feels like, I just can't do this, like, and it was something that you said you were going to do, like, don't badmouth them, don't trash them. Be like, you know what, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and you know, I would have loved for her or him to stay, but
they reached their tipping point.
You can't be mad at people for their maximum, their capacity.
You don't know until you get there.
You don't know. They can say whatever, but you don't know till you in the depths of it.
Ooh.
Okay, what else you got?
All right, here we go. What do you wish your spouse knew about you?
Ooh, if you had a significant other, what would you want them to know?
Damn, what would I want them to know that they don't know? Probably.
Uh-oh. Why you laugh?
He laughed at me, right? Like, oh shit, what did you about to say? I thought that.
You have it.
I thought I was going to say that, but then I realized I didn't know that too. Probably just, I'm really soft for them.
I agree.
Like, I'm really just, like, if I say the rest of the way with me and you, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what we face. My character, my integrity about who you are and what we are is that. I don't care if we're in this again. That's why I can never get married again. Like, I don't want to be married again. Like, it's just, that ain't what it is. I already committed to this. I'm that way. I'm all the way.
Right.
Like you just said, tipping point. Okay, you reached yours, cool.
Yeah.
All right, we ain't together no more, cool. Ain't gonna stop nothing you got going on. But that level, that's yours.
Yeah.
Done.
I feel like my husband knows a lot about me. He knows I'm with shits if it come down to it. Yeah. He know all. He really knows everything. But if he don't, honey bun.
He better send you a text on the thing.
I don't really want to work. I just want to have drinks and travel.
That's a good one.
I really, as I want to do my passion for free. Yeah. I literally want to do what I love for free. I don't want to have to charge nobody. Yeah. I want him to put me in position to where I can just dine. You know, I love to go to restaurants.
Oh Lord, you gotta take a camera
drink,
too. Oh,
travel, and I get to serve people for free. I just want to be the gypsy that I was birthed. Okay, I'm a gypsy by nature.
You definitely got that swag. You got this swag. Yes, I see
think he knows that though. But at the end of the day, y'all, if y'all didn't know, when y'all see me working hard, just know I don't want to do it. I'm doing it for you. For you. Okay, what else you got? One more? Okay.
Yeah, this is actually a bonus question that came in. Okay. And the question reads, can you please ask G Cool why is he babysitting those drinks?
Because you never do that. You got drinks over there.
Because G Cool is on the moon. Cloud 9. I passed Cloud 9 2 hours ago. So, and why you worry about my damn drink?
I know that's right. Mind
kiss
your
my
business.
ass, lady.
Mind your business.
I know
don't
it was
come
a lady.
For him. I don't play about my friends. Okay, don't come for him.
With your freak ass. Let me try to take advantage of me, you freak ass lady. I know who you are. I know what's going on. Gemini season ended and you missed it, and now I'm back.
You late.
Mm-hmm.
You late.
Yep. Nope. It's still uncensored. Don't get it fucked up.
Okay.
Vicious. Cut it off.
All right, don't come for him. Okay, mind your business. All right, y'all, that's What Would Sin Say. When we come back, we're going to continue our mental health and how that shows up in relationships when we come back. I definitely have some conversations that I want to, make sure that we have before we get out of here tonight. So make sure you stay tuned in and share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Keep it locked. Power 108.9. The station for the people.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Do you live your life through bumper stickers?
Yeah, I'm a big bumper sticker
What's the
guy.
worst bumper sticker you've ever seen?
Trump 2024. I didn't even have to think about that one. If you still have a Trump sticker on your car, you're a fucking idiot. You are the dumbest person I've ever met. If you still think Trump's a good person and is running this country well, and you have a Trump 2020 or 2024 sticker on the back of your car, you are the biggest fucking Muppet I've ever met in my entire life. You're a clown. You're a clown show.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9. Tonight's topic is goodbye blue. We don't want any blues in our relationships, so we are going to talk about the mental health and its effects on our relationships.
Yes.
So question for you, where you are now, the space that you're in now, if you could take this G Cool and put it back in your marriage prior, do you think that you would be different, or not necessarily being married? It has nothing to do with marriage.
Yeah.
Just like how would you have shown up differently? Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I think I'd be more patient. My patience would have been there. And then at this very same time, I would probably be impatient because I judge. Okay. Like when I'm in an intellectual state, I'm very judgmental. Like if you're not paying attention, or if I have to keep repeating myself,
sure, it's
an immediate turn off.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife, ex-wife used to say, I got ADD,
mm-hmm.
but I was patient in then. But,
sure.
But I mean, I just can catch on very, very fast. Like when you talk about trigonometry and all that kind of stuff, you have to know the formula.
Yeah.
And to pick up the formula, you have to be paying attention because it goes fast.
Yeah.
You got to know a formula 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 to get the answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just that quick with it, and I could skip many steps.
Yeah.
So when it even in just detail, I would say the person that I am now, I could, if I chose, to be a great husband, but then I would give up a lot of myself.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Because I know it definitely makes sense. However, I do feel like when you are your authentic self, but you're a good person and you have good intentions and you're truthful about just who you are, the right person will align, and you can have a life partner, whether you decide to be married or just you're committed to one another. Because I don't want to look at marriage as any different in terms of the sacrifices you have to make in relationships, because it's the same sacrifices in friendships.
Yes, very much so.
It's like you're giving up a part of yourself because you care about this person enough to continue the relationship on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I say that, because I realized, like, I've been to so many places. I've always gone places, created great groups, and left.
Yeah.
I'm over here and leave,
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I can very much attest to what you're saying, but
it's got to be right, man. Because our friend to the show, and my friend and my brother, Royce Morgan, he posted, he posts content all day.
Yeah, his stuff comes up a lot.
Oh my gosh, it's just hilarious. But one of the ones he sent to me, it was married people give the best advice. And they say, don't get married, right?
Yeah, they do.
And I just bust out laughing, because what people don't realize, I actually say the same thing.
Yeah.
But I would not trade in my husband for anything, and I would do the same thing. But it's because I found my person. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't try to change me. He doesn't try to like put parameters on me that are just ridiculous, that I can't keep up till death do us part, and vice versa.
And still have an attraction.
The attraction part is key as well. People don't want to say
huge.
that. People don't want to say that.
They
But
don't.
attraction is key, because that's what's going to get me through when I don't really like you that much.
I gotta look at you.
If I don't like you today, I'll be like, but he cute though.
Yeah. Like, I'm out, we hanging out. I could be mad. I used to be mad at her, and she walked up.
Just look through, you be like, damn
fine
it,
ass
I can't
motherfucker
stand
right here.
him.
I can't.
But my point in saying that was, do you believe, even if you don't want to be married yourself, or you're not quite sure, do you believe in marriage?
To some degree. Just to some degree. Like, and that degree is, I can see why somebody wants somebody there.
Yeah.
Why somebody wants a partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what everybody's ideology is on marriage. It's like what a man does, what a woman does, what that looks like, 100 kids to 0 kids, or the man does this, the woman does this. I don't know what that looks like, but just having somebody there, I absolutely can see why they want that.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend today. This is crazy that you brought this up. And she was like, I just want to be married so I can just stop trying. She's already been married.
She would have the worst marriage
right,
ever.
Like, so you don't want you want to get married so that you can stop trying to work out, so that you can stop trying. We went to eat breakfast. It's like, keep in mind, it's like 7:00 in the morning.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm going to eat breakfast. We're talking. She says that. She said it while I was in the gym, and I waited. She said it again while we were sitting down. I was like, I brought the conversation up. I was leading into it, of course. And I was like, I need my, she was asking about taste my potatoes.
Okay.
And I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
You should have ordered you some damn potatoes.
Facts.
Like, I don't want to share what's on my plate.
Facts.
I make it
I'm
very
just saying,
clear.
Yes, facts.
I got a plate. Don't ask for what's on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
don't do that. That's just my thing.
Yeah.
But I know that her comfort zone is too comfortable.
Okay.
Like, then she ended up saying this. She was like, I don't see her comfort zone. What's that? I said, and that's why, if you talk about getting with somebody, you're going to struggle with meeting people. You don't even see, you understand that you was married so long and got kids that there are certain things you don't do.
Well, one of the things that she doesn't realize about herself is that she's exhausted emotionally. She's emotionally exhausted, and she really just needs to have a chill period so that she can get to a point where she wants to give to a relationship. And that's going to show up not just in her intimate relationships that she's trying to develop, but it's going to show up in her friendships as well. And she's going to be exhausted in terms of where she might feel like her friends are not understanding her. Her friends are feeling like she's not being present, and she may not be present. And that's okay, especially if she was in a long relationship and she's out of it. people don't understand that is a grieving period.
Yeah.
And if you don't accept, that don't mean you got to cry every day. That's not what that means.
Yeah.
You know, some people it might mean that, but that doesn't mean that's what it is. It's acceptance that something that you thought was going to live for the rest of your life is no longer.
It's gone.
You know? And I can say between separation and divorce, it was probably, I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
Because as strong as I am and I was at that time, that has been the only thing that almost broke me. And it was not, and of course I loved my ex-husband, all those kinds of things. It was literally like I thought life was going to be like this, and now I'm thrust into this, and first of all, it's a whole new world that I have not been in, you know. And what does that even look like now? Like I had my whole agenda over here,
right?
You know.
Right.
And it is a grieving period that you must go through, or you're going to feel like I just want to be in a relationship so I can not try.
Yeah.
And it's only because she's exhausted
You
emotionally.
You got children.
Mentally.
They live with you. Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I say when it comes to marriage. Having been married twice, my first marriage, both my marriages based on love, period.
You're a gangster.
Why you say that?
I mean, you went back.
I did. But now
and it's a great marriage. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he's just a gangster.
I wasn't I wasn't destroyed from my first marriage. I didn't know if I wanted to be married again, but I always still, Ann over there that you see Vu's Views, we met just off of conversation of marriage. And I remember at that point in time, I think I was going through my divorce at the time. And I remember her posting, this was before posting was a thing. And, you know, we did video blogs together and all those kinds of things before it was big. And I remember one of the things, how we connected, because we met over social media, not knowing that my husband that I met through her was very good friends of my husband and his brother and their whole family. You know, that's how we met. Just gives me goosebumps how God works, you know. But I remember her posting like, you know, if you go through a divorce, you know, do you like not believe in marriage or something like that? And I just was like, I was either going through a divorce or recently divorced. And I was like, I still believe in marriage. I don't know if I necessarily want it for myself at this time, but I remember saying at that time, like, but I still think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I do too.
You know?
And that, you put out, I do too.
But it was different. So let me say this. It was different going into this marriage, but I'm so glad that I would pray every day for God to drag me. I literally said those words to God. Just drag me from the area, from the lane that I'm not supposed to be in. And I said to him, I'm not strong enough to do it on my own.
That's big.
Because I would have been in another relationship that wasn't for me, only because I wanted a relationship and I was accustomed to being in a relationship. The very first relationship that I would have been in would have been a tragedy.
You were done. You were done.
It would have been a tragedy. And a lot of times that's what we do. We go, we navigate towards what made us, you know, oh, he's attractive or she's attractive. Oh, we have this in common. Oh, this feels great. Let's just do this. You know, like I don't even want to be out here, you know, kind of, so let's do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I stay in prayer, honey. And then I was able to, you know, remove myself from scenarios that just like, okay, at the end of the day, you know, this ain't it.
Yeah, it's rough. It's hard. And then, like, I always bring it up. It's so many women to men in the city we live in.
Yeah.
So, and I work with a bunch of women. So my patience level is just gone. I mean, gorgeous, successful women I deal with. And they just say shit, I be like, no fucking way.
Right.
I just literally be thinking, no, I can't. No, I'm not doing it. I probably got to get me an old country girl who probably a recovered ex-slut. You know what I'm saying? They could deal with my ass.
Right.
Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like,
I just think marriage can be great if it's the right person. And if it's not the right person who accepts you, that doesn't mean they won't be frustrated from day to day. I always, you know, like that's just, we're human beings.
Yeah.
We like our space to be what it is. And now you coming in my space, I may not like you today, you know, or I may not like, it's just a bit much for me. And then I might be a bit much for you. You know, I always say I'm easy till I'm not.
Ooh.
I'm pretty low key. I'm pretty under the radar for the most part. But if I'm passionate about something,
Yeah, I'm too distant. That's what I realized. I'm too distant. I'm okay with not seeing you. I'm okay with not talking to you if we understand what we have. Some people. Like,
let's talk about that.
So that
because I don't think that that's true.
But because I'm definitely that. Like I like to be away when I'm away. Like I don't. You know what I mean?
When you say distance, like give me a time frame. What that looks like.
Like a couple days. Like maybe a day or two.
If you're in a relationship.
Yeah, like I'm okay without talking to you.
If you're in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm okay without talking to you. Because I'm assuming that.
I'm like, for a couple of days.
Yeah, because I'm assuming like I know how you work. Mm-hmm. You make time to get with the family.
Yes.
I just like when I get my time to see you, I'm all there. I don't want to deal with what you might be going through, what I might be going through when I see you. Like I just like that. Like some people need affection, like physical affection every day. They need to talk to you in a intellectual way. Sometimes that distance for me, I need to miss you.
Okay.
I need to miss you so much. Not so much that it's crazy, but I just need to miss you.
It's the couple days though for me.
I mean, I'm just up to. That's fine with me.
Now, if you're dating, that's different. But if you're in a committed, like we are committed to one another, a couple days.
It's like some people that work during the week and they have to work out of town, right? Oh, so think of it like that. Let's say you work out of town and you got to go. And it might be an hour away. It might be 45 minutes, but you choose to stay in a hotel. I can drive down if I want to, but the distance.
Okay,
I need to be
understood.
You get what I'm saying?
Thank you for that analogy. Okay, understood. So I get that. So, I get that. So I am a loner by nature.
Okay.
And I get my alone time in my marriage. Whether it's like the other day, we've been back and I done already gone to a restaurant by myself. And I just luxuriate in that. Sometimes I'm just upstairs by myself with the door closed.
Yeah.
You know? And then every now and then, usually I think it's probably like 2, maybe 3 times a year, I will go check in a hotel and be gone a day or 2.
Right.
And usually I do miss my family after a while, so I might be there. Like I usually check in pretty early, get an early check-in. And then I usually ask them to come and hang with me. Usually around 7 p.m. We hang, we might do dinner. If there's a pool in the hotel, the kids go swim and then they go on and get going and they go back home, you know? And it's just, I remember doing that one time and talking to someone and letting them, I'm just checking in a hotel. And they were like, everything okay? I'm like, no, everything is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Like
nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong at all. And then even talking to another, I was on a Zoom and they could tell I was in a hotel. They were like, is everything okay? I'm like, everything is fine. Like,
I just need this space.
Totally fine. And you don't get that in a marriage because you live under one roof. And you might not be that person, but if I'm that, please embrace that and understand that it has nothing to do with you.
It ain't got nothing at all.
Nothing.
I just want to be away from everybody.
Everyone. It is not you specifically. It is literally, I need some downtime.
You could be coming and bring me millions of dollars tomorrow.
Right. Tomorrow. Can you bring that tomorrow?
Yeah,
because it's there, right?
Yeah,
it's not going to go away. Now, if it's going to go away, that's a different story.
It depends on me.
Is it going to
go?
Fuck
that money. I need my space.
Me. I need my coins.
See?
Okay, but that's me.
Yeah.
I want my coins. You know. But if I know it's like, okay, well, if it's going to be there, after 10 o'clock works for me. You know, because I sleeps in. Okay, but it's so hard. When we talk about the mental health, right? We are already dealing with individually who we are and how we can be appreciated in how we show up in the world by ourselves.
Yeah.
Not even in a relationship.
Period.
By ourselves, we deal with who Cindy B is, who G Cool is, how we show up in the world, and how it is received, right? Carrying the weight of whatever came before that too.
Right.
Then we get in a relationship and now I got to take into account how you feel like I'm receiving you showing up in our relationship. Man. Right? It's a lot. So I always say that relationships do require backbone. Relationships require backbone, but you also have to know the purpose. It has to be built on more than just love.
When you say backbone, you mean like wherewithal, like you got to be tough enough to deal with.
You got to be tough. Being in a committed relationship, because not everyone believes in marriage, so I don't want to just put that on people. But let's say lifetime commitment. You have committed, this is my relationship. Because even if you take gay couples, they are not at some point in time, at one point in time, we're not legally able to, but they've made lifetime commitment. You have to be able to be strong and knowing who you are, and also seeing the bigger picture and understanding whether or not this person is worth the compromise. Not the compromise of myself, but the compromise that I can be a little bit flexible today.
Yeah, it's a lot. I always remember when we first got together, when I was in a relationship, the first 3 years, we didn't get married till we was 3 years in or something.
Okay.
Then the first 3 years of marriage was monogamy. First 3 years together, then 3 years of monogamy. Those were the hardest years to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would get to points where, and she would get to the point where you be in something, you got to think about the other person in this moment. Like, I got to think about how you feel about me talking to this person. Yes. I got to think about what type of attitude or type of swag this person has. And then when you come around, how they act, or if that's a scenario. Like, I really watch
how
you.
much brain power that takes?
I didn't want to deal with that. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
This is the thing. It's worth, for me,
mm-hmm.
It's worth dealing with it because I deal with it with my very, very, very close friends. Like, I have very, very wonderful girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm flexible with them. And I don't sleep with them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see them every day. But I'm like, okay, how can I show up right? Because I value our relationship and how we interact with one another. So imagine I get to do life with someone. I have chosen someone. They have chosen me. And we have, let's just say you pick the right person. We have chosen to do life together, and so many grand things can take place, right? Yeah. And if you look at it like that, it's like, yeah, they may frustrate me today, but how do I handle that? So if you can figure out how is the best way to handle it, and sometimes it's just like, you don't have to address everything. Like everything doesn't have to be a conversation.
Or expressed.
Yes, or expressed. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I just realized I'm probably on their nerves. Let me see if they have somewhere to be, or maybe I just need to remove myself. And I'm not going to be like, I need to remove myself because you don't like me today. That's extra.
Right. That's too much.
But if I'm like, I'm going to go see what so-and-so is doing. I'm going to go hang out with them. And then I give them time to themselves without me being like, I feel like you don't like me today, so I'm just going to go.
Right.
Now you're putting it on me, and now you just adding more onto it.
Or you're saying something to get a rise out of me.
Exactly.
That never works.
Yeah.
It never works for me. Like,
me either.
If a woman says something just to get a rise out of me to see where I'm at, and then test me after that, like, I can see that. That's awful.
I just think about let's take my first marriage. As much as I loved him, all I could think about was, this can't be till death do us part. This can't be. And I felt overwhelmed because the battle was, I really loved this person, but I'm like, this can't be. And at that time, I'm like 23, 24. Like, and all I know is all my aunties and my mom, they're older. It's like 40, 50,
right,
60. Like, I could not imagine, and I didn't see anything changing. So I couldn't imagine. And then when I look at my husband now, I'm like, I can't imagine not doing life with him. There's nobody who gets me better than him. And then, like, we went to see Top Gun at the movies.
Oh, don't tell me nothing about
I won't tell you nothing. I won't tell you nothing.
Don't tell me about the movie. I literally was watching part one.
But that you should go see it.
I'm definitely going to see Maverick.
So we went to go see it. And so I absolutely adore and love that my kids and my husband know exactly when I'm going to cry in a movie. They know exactly. And the other day we were there and the kids were like, they were looking at me like, she about to cry. And my husband was like, this not the time. This ain't it. This ain't it. And then right when I'm getting teary-eyed, I see in my peripheral him looking at me like, this was it, wasn't it? Like, I love that. And I just love that he knows the essence of me, and even when, I think I mentioned this on the show one time, him saying, like, I can't remember what the challenge was, but he came to me, we talked about it. He was like, I know the potential or something like that. I can't remember. And it made me sad because I'm like, at this point in time, I need you to know I'm not leaving you, you know? But for him to be like, but I know that turning point that she can have or that she has had in the past. I do appreciate that he does recognize
That's
that,
huge.
You know?
That's huge.
Because that shows how he shows up for me. And that makes me want to show up for him.
Because like you always say, don't get it twisted. You say it all the time. He know I'm not getting it twisted. Like,
okay.
you need that.
And he don't push my buttons.
Yeah.
You know, and vice versa. And so my point in all of that is, if you can find your person, man, it's so fun.
Yeah, I believe that.
And when you go through challenges, like I always say this, when Ryan and I go through challenges, I feel like we linking up. Like
It's heavy.
I don't feel like we turning our backs on each other or like I'm in it for my, like it's just me out here. Like I feel like, all right, I'm heavy right now, and I just feel like we just we linking up like, all right, we got this together, you know, kind of thing. I don't feel by myself.
That's huge. That's huge. I think with Sin's Corner, and the wife was upset about the husband.
Yeah.
That's kind of where she was at. Like, you're just supposed to be on my side.
Yeah.
But it's not making sense where I'm on your side.
Right.
That's a little different, you know?
Yes,
like,
I
you
like
guys
that.
are linking up like, all right, we going to do this.
What we gonna do?
And I know it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of times people just like, you loyal to me. No,
I don't like that.
like,
I don't like that.
I'm not going to just run off the bridge because you run off the bridge.
Right.
Or let's go catch on fire. Because
let's do this
to be
together.
loyal. Like, we
We
literally
did.
going to catch on fire.
Right.
Like, no.
Exactly.
That's a big part of it.
Exactly. So I was at Papa Do's, I think it was yesterday or the day before, having my little me time to myself. And I'm at the bar because there's no need to get a table. I knew I wasn't going to be there longer than an hour. And I hear this, I don't know if they're a couple or not, but they're by themselves, you know. And it's just, the laughter is just everything to me. They're laughing. Nobody's on their phones. And you know this generation, no one's on their phones. You don't see this. You don't see none of that. You don't even see phones in sight. And I just hear this laughter, and then I get ready to leave, and I just like, I'm one that I don't like to be intrusive, but I just had to say something. So I just tapped the lady that was next to me, and I said, can I, barge in on your all's conversation? And I just let them know. I asked them if they were a couple, and they had been together for just a couple months. They had been knowing each other for a while, but, and I let them know. I said, I absolutely love your laughter. Absolutely love your laughter. I said, your laughter and your conversation, not necessarily, I didn't really know what they were talking about, but I could hear the laughter and the engagement of each other. And I said, I absolutely loved it. It just filled me up. And I said, I let them know I was a relationship coach, and I let them know about the radio show. And I was like, I just want to ask you, because I'm sure you all have been in relationships, because they look older, not old, but like older, you know. And I said, when does it change? When does the laughter stop?
When I got to put up with something with you, when I got to go through something that you're going through with you, that's when it changes, or vice versa.
I like that.
When I'm going through something and you got to go through it with me, and then we go through it together, that moment of bonding is what feels good. It's the moment when it's hard to hear it, but when it's brought back up in a derogatory form, that's when the laughter ends.
Yes.
Because everybody's not that way.
Or you use my vulnerability against me.
That's pretty much what I'm saying.
And
whatever that
now
was.
That breaks the foundation of trust.
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to be able to come to you.
And then you brought it back up. Because you're angry.
Yes.
Or because you're irritated.
And what I took away from their response, and what I loved about this particular couple, the guy, not to be, whatever, but he definitely was tatted up. He didn't look like the type of person necessarily just from the outside that he would have this kind of grounding in terms of the understanding of a relationship. So a lot of times, I don't want to call them hood, per se, but sometimes the hood, they can just kind of be like, I'm about my money, I'm about hoes, and all that kind of stuff. He was like, I just was so happy to see someone like him, because I see it all the time. I'm just talking about what people perceive,
perception.
Because I see it all the time. I know some romantic hood dudes, and they don't play about their woman, and they're not out here cheating, all those kinds of things. They may have been at one point in time in their life, but they've gotten to a certain point where they understand.
They chill.
Yeah. But he was like, for me, I think it's when you get comfortable. And that's something that's said like in general. But if you really think about it, it's like, oh, like your girl said, I just want to get in a relationship to stop trying.
Yeah. Like I got this already. I ain't got to do this. So what was genuine? That's what I hear. Like, when were you genuine then?
Facts. It's like you were working to get something,
Yeah.
and you're like, whew, because I
This
wasn't
ain't you
qualified
then.
anyway.
Right. Like you finally like, oh, I ain't got to keep doing that. So
Right.
you hooked me on that. And if you don't have that, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's men and women say the same thing.
Yeah.
Your representation is what I feel in love with.
Now, I always say when it comes to representation, it's like you can only represent for about 3 months.
Some people make it years, and I keep telling you that.
No, it's not possible.
Or both people got representations up, and they're going back and forth on the representation.
That part, but there's no way that a representative can last years. It's just that you chose to not acknowledge who that person was, because it could be finances, you feeling financially secure with this person, or you feel like you got a nice arm piece, whether it's a guy, with a female, knowing that she out here in these streets, she for the streets still, but you like having that arm candy on your arm, or whatever the case may be. But who you are begins to show itself after about 3 to 4 months.
You think so?
Absolutely, 100%. If you're paying attention, if you are so gung ho on this is my guy, this is my girl, you're not gonna see none of that. You're like, I don't give a damn about none of that.
But what about the people that have okay, let me show you why. I think it's just a little bit more.
Okay.
I have a trauma I've gone through in my life.
Okay.
So I hide the trauma through dealing with things a certain type of way. In that, I have a representation.
Mm-hmm.
So now I believe that I'm this person, but the whole time I'm not.
Yes.
So what's real and what's not? You may not even know. You might just be like, okay, when this type of thing happen, only snap when the apples are left out.
Sure.
They're not putting it free. Who knows, right? But that doesn't let you. I mean, nobody can see it.
Absolutely, I got you.
Okay.
So, for you.
Okay.
You may believe all the lies that you've told yourself for years.
Okay.
And now it has become who you are. And it's nothing. You tell that lie, and to you now you feel like it's the truth. Like your brain doesn't even accept it as a lie anymore, because you've told it so, and you owned it. Like you've owned this story. It's not even a lie. It's like ownership of you don't like whatever your life was, and you've created this life, and now you've owned it. Right?
Is it kind of like OJ feels like he didn't kill them folks?
Yes.
He's lied to himself that much.
That much. He's created a story in his brain, and he has owned it. Okay. But sometimes he backslides and gives scenarios of if he did it, what it would look like. So he not all the way committed. But on the outside, see, what you have to understand that is 1 + 1 has to always equal 2.
Yeah.
And even though it might make sense to you, your story, at some point in time, it's not going to add up, because your truth, you're going to have truths from your past that you like, that you still talk about.
Okay.
And at some point in time, you tell it, if you're talking to a bitch like me, at some point I'm like, oh, 3 months ago you said such and such, and I might register it. I may not even say anything about it. I'll be like,
just register.
I could have sworn, and I may not remember fully, so I just be like, I could have sworn. And so now I'm going to start having conversation to draw up something that didn't add up to me, right? So that's my point, is it may add up to you, and it makes completely sense, and you feel like it's coming off genuinely, and you're not, at some point, you're not even thinking about it, because you've owned the lie. It's become your reality, and that's a real thing. Just by the way,
that's why I brought. That's why I said
at some point they don't even know that they're lying anymore, because they have owned it, and that takes a level of therapy to unravel all those things and really get to the root. But on the outside person does understand something is not adding up.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a good person, they be like, it's not adding up, but they're such a good person. You start rationalizing it, like they're a good person. They're good to this person. They show up every day at work, all kinds of things.
Defending it all, the whole serial killer.
Defending. And then later down the line, when it comes out, you be like, damn it. I should have listened to myself, or I knew it, or whatever the case. But the representative can only show itself about 3 to 4 months.
That's-
4 months max.
I think that's
if you're
short.
spending time. Now,
Yeah.
if you're only seeing each other sporadically, that's different. But if
Oh,
you're
you saying like if you living in the house?
not
or
necessarily
like-
living in the house, but you see each other regularly. Like
Okay.
you're spending time, maybe like 2 to 3 times a week. Like you're spending time with one another. You're having conversation. At some point in time,
You're looking to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well let me give a prime example, because I have gone out with someone like this that
Yes,
you're
me too.
describing.
That's why I say that.
Yes,
Definitely
and
have.
they literally owned their lie. But at some point in time, like I remember saying to myself, like, okay, if you are working this kind of career, your car has broken down and you have not fixed the car, or at minimum bought another car, that don't make sense that you're making XYZ per month. Because now if you look at the way the person moved, it looked like they were busy, looked like they, the relationships they have could potentially make that amount of money, right? And then now you start paying attention and you're listening to all the details that they add to the story of why they haven't gotten the car fixed. They are in the zone of their lie at this point. They don't realize that you sound real dumb as hell. Like, this makes no sense. But to them, it's just all making sense. But not even someone like me, but like just me on this end, I'm like,
I pay attention.
that don't really add up. But then sometimes you're like, it's so absurd. It doesn't make sense that you're like, they can't be lying. Like, it's so crazy. There's like, no, I must be missing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, I think that a representative shows no longer can show itself completely after about 3-4 months max, if you're spending time.
Yeah, I mean, hey, some people paying attention, some people aren't. I've seen people catch it early. I've seen people miss it for years,
They didn't miss it.
or they like they're good where they are.
Yep.
They're good where they are.
They're good where they are, or they just really want that person so much that no friend can tell them anything. Let me tell you, they're going to have a reason to rebuttal whatever it is that you have to say. You know that meme's like, I'm going to stick by him. I'm going to stick by him. Like, that's how they are. Like, I'm going to stick by him, and there's nothing that you can say to them. All right, so question for you.
Okay.
So when it comes to love,
Okay.
do you feel like I'm not talking about whether you want to be married or in a committed relationship, but just a companion. Let's just say a companion. Do you feel like you love yourself enough that you can give love to someone else?
Absolutely. I actually do love multiple women right now. I do.
Okay.
But I just don't have the bandwidth to be there the way they may need me to be there.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
Okay.
I don't want to be.
But that's okay, because what people don't understand is when you go through a divorce, like I talked about earlier, that is a grieving period. And even though you may not have acknowledged it, you out here living your best life, rock star life, all those kinds of things. I know, and I believe that a lot of people who around you know how much you truly love your ex-wife, and how much
Absolutely.
she loves you, regardless of whether you all are not together. So it wasn't a relationship to where it was like,
It was
that
never
one-
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that you don't mourn the loss of something, even if that was the best decision.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it was, like you said, like when you got married, it was like true love, right? And it was like
Yes.
actual love what made you say,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this the rest of my life.
Right.
But before I got married, and she'll tell you this too, they were like, you got him to marry you?
Yeah.
Like he got married type of thing. So like to have done it, to have been out of it 5 years, and to have lived in a city where it's like more women than men. Like I can't
say that
enough, right?
Yeah.
Like it's more women than men, that I really am at the point where I'm like, I'm just sick of that shit. Like I just got tired of, man, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. More than people would attest. Like women be like, oh, it ain't that shit. You act. I'm like, listen. Imagine having 15 women that you don't know want you, but you're juggling another 10
Jesus.
that you might, you know what I'm saying? Like men ain't gonna really just keep it honest with women. I am. Like,
But they could though.
because some
I've
women
talked
want to fight about it. Some men want to argue about it. It's dumb.
if you lead with the truth, you will find that you will get what you really want, right? It might be hard, and they might be sad for a day, but then it allows them to make a choice.
Right, make your decision.
And they're there on their own at this point.
I love that.
Rather than you lying, and they're there thinking that they're there on another pretense. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think that either you have intentions of being with them at some point in time, or you really want a relationship, when really it's like, no, I want companions with an S.
Yeah.
And I will love on y'all, you know, whatever, when I'm with y'all. I respect you, all those kinds of things, but I don't want to be tied down at this point. And there's nothing wrong with that. Regardless, it's nothing wrong with, I don't want anyone feeling like I'm obligated to them at this point. And I remember going through my divorce and feeling like I don't want to be obligated to anyone, and I felt overwhelmed. Now, if I could do it over, I wouldn't have allowed people to like put these obligations on me that they did. Even though I fought to like be single, I just felt like it was just overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In lieu of the event that's coming up on Tuesday.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question in terms of, how do you think men are doing in terms of healing so that they can be their best men in their relationships?
Terrible. I think as a species, we are not doing well. I think that, and we don't have any outlets of true, like we need to be able to dump.
Okay.
Right? Like a true, let's just dump. And it don't have to be through the bottle. It don't have to be through a sports event. It don't have to be through an act of violence to dump it. You know, because like you ever see people do something crazy and then all of a sudden they just feel like, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times with men, it's just not there. And you would think we could do it with our spouse, but a lot of times the women are just not in a place where they can really listen to what the hell a man's going through.
Yeah.
It's just not in a place for it.
Everybody kind of needs their healing space right now before they can kind of come together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, tell everyone where they can find you.
All right.
And tell them about the event too.
Okay, so first of all, the event that Sydney is referring to is the men's health event that I'm doing as an additive to the Barbarian Burn. So we're gonna do the class, which is extremely tough to do. Then after that, while the testosterone is high, emotions are running wild, we're gonna have a sit-down powwow, and it's gonna be no microphones, led by a doctor, a counselor himself, and multiple influencers who are all about men's health. And we're going to do that right out there. And we're just going to go until we had enough on a Tuesday night.
Date and time.
Tuesday, June 28th at the Loft Atlanta. At the Loft Athletic Club, excuse me. The handle is at the Loft Atlanta IG. And you can look us up any Google social media outlet the Loft is on.
Social media.
My social media itself is GCool 5.0, Barbarian Burn on IG. And then on Facebook, it's Barbarian Burn.
All right. And you guys know where you can find me. The Cindy B, spell my name right, SYNDY. And I'm back. I'm not taking another trip yet. So I'll see you next week right here. Next Thursday, you know you can find me right here. The Unbroken Experience with Cindy B on Power 108.9 every single Thursday at 7 o'clock.